Good morning, and happy Monday there, Miss Beautiful Donna.
Good morning, Michelle. I thought you were going to say good morning and happy Halloween. I tell you what,
No,
did I have my family freaked out over the weekend when I copied and pasted that upside down message. I'm telling you. Finally, my brother sent me a message last night. He said, "I'm glad you got your phone fixed." I said, "Say what? My phone's not." They had a lot of fun with it.
oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't resist because I was turning it around and I was playing with different things, and then there was another app with some different fonts that I wasn't used to, and I turned around and started going through, and it was like, okay, well, what can I do with this? And then I saw where I could type upside down. I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. So then I turned around and I sent a message because Scott was out in the shop working. So I sent him a message that said, I love you upside down. And I sent the one to you. And he sent me back one even going, really? I get an upside down message? What the heck?
It was funny. It made everybody's day. Gave them all giggles. So,
Well, then I even had one of the girls turn around and responded back on one of my posts. And she says, is it a bad thing that I can actually read that upside down?
yes. So what do we got today? The tail of the tape.
The tail of the tape, which is a pre-fight analysis. So this should really be interesting finding out how he's, going through this to explain.
Right. Right.
Chapter 12, Tail of the Tape. When I was growing up in Cleveland, I was a boxer. I absolutely loved the sport as a child, and I still love it now. Any true boxing enthusiast can tell you about Tail of the Tape, which is a pre-fight analysis that shows detailed measurements for each fighter. When you watch the Tail of the Tape on TV, the measurements typically include each boxer's age, weight, height, and arm reach. Back in the day, it also used to include biceps, chest, waist, thigh, neck, calf, and even ankle measurements. While you and I may not be able to do a whole lot with all those numbers, true fight analysts can identify strengths and weaknesses before a single punch is thrown.
Hmm.
Dang, they don't want to measure my ankles because it might be normal in the morning, but come the evening, they're going to be 5 times the size.
Know your opponent. One of the greatest fights in the history of boxing was the 1974 Rumble in the Jungle.
That's kind of a catchy, rumble in the
Yeah.
jungle.
Between the undefeated heavyweight champion George Foreman and the former heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali. The fight took place in, now Democratic Republic of the Congo. I'll let you guys read that name or place yourself.
Kinshasa.
Zari.
There.
And nearly all the experts predicted that the younger, stronger, more powerful champion would defeat the older, flamboyant, but weaker former champion. Ali knew better than anyone what his strengths and weaknesses were. He knew he couldn't punch harder than Foreman, and he knew that his typical dancing around the ring was not going to have the same impact on Foreman as it had on previous fighters with different skills. Ali assessed his challenger's skills and looked at them next to his own. Using what he learned, he advised a strategy that he had never before tried. For the better part of 8 rounds, Muhammad Ali leaned back against the ropes, allowing Foreman to throw punches that took major effort but caused minimum damage. At other times, Ali would get in close to Foreman, lean on him so that Foreman was holding Ali up, and take quick jabs to his face. By round 8, Foreman was weak from expending his energy throwing punches as well as from receiving Alley's jabs. Alley knocked Foreman out in that round and stunned many in the boxing world. Alley was not the stronger fighter on that day, but he was the fighter who had done a better side-by-side assessment of skills. You have to take on this same mindset as you are looking at new opportunities, new career moves, and even new relationships. Just like in boxing, what is a weakness against one fighter may be strength against another. When you look at your list of skills, what are your potential advantages and disadvantages? If you have strong skills in communication, project management, and team building, but you have weakness in budgeting and finance, it is unlikely that your skills would match up well for a chief financial officer position. On the flip side, if you have strength in technology and digital design, your skills could line up well for a chief technology officer. Make sure you know your opportunity, relationship, or job well enough to size up its requirements in relation to your skills so that you can knock it out of the park.
And
Wow.
that's true because it goes along with that whole thing of you've got to be
Yes.
able to. It should be a passion. It should be something that you can easily do. If you've got to fight too hard to do it, then it's not meant to be.
It's going to wear you out.
Right, and then try another one. But that goes in with that whole thing of don't be afraid of trying new things. And then I see a lot of people saying it. Don't be afraid to fail and do something. But I don't per se see that as failing because you're trying, and it's just you're going to have to go through different vehicles. Is the right one, and which vehicle does work for you before you can turn around and
Right.
do that.
Yeah, I don't think
And to me,
necessarily would be called failing either. You just have to
right,
keep doing it until you find the right one.
right. And so to me, that is more of a learning. It's more of like, okay,
Right.
you're in, it's that process. And I know, like with some of the ventures that we've done over time, it's not per se for the vehicle that we were in, but it was the training that we got during that vehicle that actually helped us for something that in the next vehicle was better suited. So then
Because
we turn around.
the last opportunity or vehicle that we were both involved in, we didn't fail at it.
No,
We just decided to take our knowledge to a bigger platform or opportunity, and we grew.
right.
So, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that you fail or you flunked.
Right, because I see so much of that going, well, don't be afraid to fail, and it's like, well, but to me, it wasn't really failing because it didn't,
No.
the knowledge and the training and the stuff that we got out of it, truthfully, was worth whatever we paid to go through the whole process to begin with. Because, there's people paying thousands of dollars, actually, and only because I just got done reading some of this article last night, and it just, like, blew my mind. Everybody loves Tony Robbins. Okay,
Yes.
I know I for one love Tony Robbins. I can listen to him for hours, and he's got a new book coming out in the end of November, November 18th or something like that. First book he's done in like 20 years.
Wow.
And he turned around and he is a coach for a lot of your elite. Okay.
Yes.
He charges them $1 million a year to do what he does. So, think of but that's what I'm saying. But think of it. I mean, and it's life coaching, it's mindset coaching, it's all of those different things. So if you think about even what we've paid for some of the, I mean, and we've paid up to thousands of dollars for some of the trainings that we've been through. It's still not a drop in the bucket compared
No.
to what some of the elite are paying out there to learn, some of the same strategies and some of the same things that we've been going through ourselves. So, it just to me, I look at it as it's incredible opportunities to keep absolutely growing and fine tune into that.
Well, it's a process.
Right.
We don't wake up and get to where we're going unless we travel. If we want breakfast, or a cup of coffee, we have to travel from our bedroom to the kitchen. We don't just wake up and end up in the kitchen.
Exactly. See, I've got my coffee. I had to turn around, and my coffee came from the kitchen. Now
Yes.
I love my Keurig machine, so me and it get along absolutely great. I start my Monday morning off with my Monday, the new Friday, my Joel Osteen mug.
Oh.
Oh yes,
Oh.
I got this a couple of years ago, and then on the back it's got the Joel Osteen Ministries. This is the day of the Lord has made. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. So I start my day off right. I start my
So
week off
today is
right.
our new Friday.
Yep,
I
and
love
Monday
it.
is
I
our
love
new
it.
Monday is the new Friday. Well, I got that back when he did that Every Day is a Friday book. It was like a whole thing where you got the book, the package, it had a Monday mug, a Friday mug, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so
Wow.
you know,
Well, we have to know our opponent, that's for sure.
absolutely. So this
And
should
you
be
get,
fun.
a beginner doesn't start out in the ring with someone that's got that big old medal going across the middle of them, where their championship. They don't start out there. They
No,
start
they train,
out, yes, they train. That's not failing.
right? They
But
train,
they
they watch,
advance.
they
Yes, they advance, they progress.
right. Well, in any sport, you look at any of them. You look at football, baseball, all of them. Everything. They go through training. They go through scrimmages. They go through. There's things you get before you finally, I got it. Other
Right.
than some of the ones like like Nick that turned around and did the high wire thing last night. Now he's 7 generations. It's in his blood for doing that kind of stuff. So but still incredible.
Right.
And he said something very profound too when he went to go do it because they were talking, which I get intrigued by some of the different things that people get themselves into. But before he went across, they did a prayer with Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen was there and got to do the whole prayer and everything with him before he even went across the wire.
Oh, I saw your
Then
post,
turn
but I
around.
didn't know who he was. Okay.
Yep. So I thought that was pretty neat. But he turned around and he made the statement. He said that before he gets on that wire and goes across, he does not let fear in. Fear has no place. He gives himself like a 2-minute warm up where he talks about he knows he focuses on the other side, and fear is just not, he doesn't let it in.
Well, at one of my support meetings, I remember one of the leaders saying, "Are you, do you have enough faith to get in the wheelbarrow and let God push it across the rope? There may be some wobbles, but do you trust him enough that he has a good grip on the wheelbarrow, um, what am I trying to say?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, I
The
understand.
handles,
And then,
do you have enough faith, even though
right,
you're going to wobble on that wire, that he's going to take you across? But you have to have enough faith to get in that wheelbarrow.
right. Well, and then that to me also goes hand in hand with the fact of everything that happens to you is for you.
Right. Right.
You know, it absolutely is. There is a lesson of some sort, or there is a reason, or there is a growth that's going to happen. There are blessings to come out of it, but there is a reason for it. Although, and I found that out the hard way, the reason's not always for us at the time. It can also be for those around us at the time.
Yes, it sure can.
Yep. So
It sure can.
So tomorrow morning, when we start off bright and early, we have success requires your best efforts. And then we get to find out how to know your strengths and weaknesses. Oh my, I
Ooh.
bet that's going to get deep.
I just saw Kiki down here on the floor. I want to show you. She's
Oh, yes.
and I've got all these
Oh,
boxes and bags laying around the floor where I was trying to clean out these mouse droppings. So, but since we hop off of here, I'm going to get back into it and hopefully get this all taken care of. So,
yes, definitely. Well, I
because
gave
when
you
I
the
saw her
secret.
walk through and went over and sat there very quietly, usually she has to make her presence known like, Mom.
But that's so
So,
cute, though. It's like she knows Mommy's busy right now, so she's being a good little girl. That's just so sweet.
well, that's not what she usually does. She usually jumps up here and puts her paws on my leg, please, please, please.
Aww.
So, so anyways, okay, Michelle, are we ready for getting ready for tomorrow?
Absolutely. Oh, exciting things happening. Can't wait. Love you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.